Hello everyone, welcome to Bonsai Expression. I'm Christoph and today we are working on my large Japanese forest that I got from last year's Birmingham Bonsai boot sale. Wow, that's it first time this time. Come on Christoph, getting good at this. Anyway, we're back down there at the end of March, so hopefully we'll be getting some more goodies. But today, as I say, we're working on this Japanese larch forest. Nothing major doing on today. We are just giving it a very small trim because in the spring we'll be getting it into a nice bigger pot and we'll be opening up the forest just so we can get it into the better shape that it is. Because if it's just here, I'll be moving some of these trees around because some of these just need moving into slight different positions. The bigger one here is being obstructed by some of the ones at the front. They just need slightly moving. So that's going to be the aim when we repot it. But today, all we're going to be doing is just probably going to take some of these branches down a little bit and just bring it in slightly. Nothing major. Little trim, little video for us today. So let's get cracking on with this one. I'm going to shuffle in a little bit before we do get started. Do you know what? I've got a spinny disc, but I don't need it because I've got a spinning chair. Why have two spinning discs? It's just sort of counterintuitive, isn't it? So, before I start, let's adjust this camera a tiny little bit. Just there. Okay, here we go. What I would like to do is just give you a small spin so you can see the forest. Now you can see it is quite twiggy. It's quite twiggy. And you can see it just needs a very small prune. Some of the branches are just a little bit long, but they just need bringing back in to a couple of buds, and that's pretty much all it really needs. Nothing major. So let me just grab my pair of scissors and my branch pruners, and I'll just start bringing some of these in. So you can see just here on this branch here, it's got a bit long. So this is actually the leader, and it's shot up, but it's shot up right here. I've got a bud just here. I'm going to bring it back to this one, and I'm going to continue the branching, well, continue the leader just there. From that bud, it'll continue upwards, and that's where we'll start from there. The two branches lower down here, again, I'm just going to bring these in, and I'm going to do bud selection. So we're going to go here, and we're going to take the end bit off here, just bringing those in. And the same with these ones here. I'm just going to bring it back to the first pair of buds. There and there. I just bring it along slowly here. In fact, let me bring you in a tiny little bit closer so you can actually see what I'm doing. I hope that's better for you. So this branch is what I was working on. I've just brought that one in and that one in, just there. And then I've got this long one here as well. Just going to bring it back to a bud selection, and then whoops, I've got a bud on the back side just here, which you probably can't see because my finger is on the line, but it's, trust me, it's on the back and it'll grow backwards. Same again, just going to bring all these ones in line. Just going to bring them back to the sections of buds. I'm not going to do it in any particular order, just going to bring everything back to a bud or two neatly and just bring the whole section down. So the only thing that's really sticks out further than it probably should is probably this branch. It probably does need coming in a little bit further inwards, but until I get it into the pot or into a new pot, I'm just going to leave this one further out. It is wider at the top than it is at the bottom, but for the time being I'm not too concerned with it. I can always bring it back to the pair of buds here later on. In fact, I will just bring to there, actually. We'll do that for now. Again, we'll just move along to the next tree, which is going to be this one. I've got what looks like a dead branch. It's been snapped. It probably happened in the storm. So that one there, you can see it's got what looks like a heel on it. Looks like it's been ripped off. Everything else just bring back into a nice neat section. I've got these two just at the back. You can see it grows inwards, but then it goes off. Again, I'm just going to bring it back neatly so it doesn't grow too far out of the shape of the tree. I want to keep it as close neatly and in tight, nice and compact as possible. I'm going to move around to this tree again. Just going to do the same thing. Pair of buds, nice and tight. Do the same on this branch here. Whoops, got a bud there. I've just brought that one into. Got this long branch that comes out here. Hope you can see proper. This one here. So I'm just looking for some buds. Got some on the back there. Let's see if I clean this cut previous up. There we go. He's actually probably a little bit too long than what I would like. But my buds are there. Then the next set of bud is this one here, which grows upwards, and then the one behind it is further back. So I'll just cut to that one for now. Hopefully it'll back bud again. The rest of that tree is fine. As you can see, I'm just moving around the outside, the perimeter, if you will, of the pot, and then using all these trees, and then I'll work my way inside. So this one is the next one to work on. So we've got this one here. Again, just doing the same thing, bringing everything in, making it more compact. Just going to take the end off. Just here. Now, the leader here is what I'm going to be using. It grows upwards where this one has gone off on an angle. So let's take that there. It's now growing up. Bring it back. Got a bud that's growing on the outside, which will lead upwards. That'll now take off as my leader. Bring that one back as well. So that tree is neatly compact, as you can see. Move around to the next tree in the perimeter. In fact, I'm taking that one back as well there. This one, if I keep it in this position here, this tree is out of the way. I've got this one here. Again, going to bring everything in line. Now, my leader here, it might look straight to you, but it actually bends. That's now it should be straight. Now, I could throw a bit of wire on and let it grow upwards. But I'm just going to snip it right off to here. I've got a bud right at the top here, which looks like it's facing upwards. So that should now shoot into the upward facing direction. Other than that, I'm just going to bring these ones back here. Bring this one in as well. Take that off there. It grows upwards. Snip that back. Come around this way. Take that back off. In fact, I'm going to remove this branch here. Hope you can see it. This branch here, I'm going to take that off completely. It is in the little armpit of the tree, and that will only develop swelling. Excuse me, my voice went then. Will develop swelling if I leave it. I've got a bud here that grows upwards, so I do need to take that one out as well. Let's clean this cut off. There we go. So as I said before, just going to go around, nice easy cuts, and so far we're doing that. Nothing too major. This one, I'm just going to have to angle you down a tiny little bit so you can see it properly. So this one here, got to bring back, take that one off there. I'm just going to take the end bud off on both sections. And then my leader itself actually grows out and grows off. So this is going to be the leader here. Get rid of all them needles. So hopefully that should grow up as my leader, and as it does, we can slightly bend that with a bit of wire in the future, giving it a bit more lean upwards. Got another tree next to it. going to bring that branch in. Same with this one here. As I move up, I'm going to continue to bring everything else in. Let's move you back up a little section. There you go. I'm bringing everything in. Got a branch behind it, just taken out. And then I've got this section that grows up. I'm going to take this bit off. New leader. Just pull it back a little bit. There we go. I think that works quite well. I can always bring this back down if I need to, but for the time being I'm going to leave it. And then I've got that last branch over there. In fact, let's take that branch there as well. Everything at the front is all nicely trimmed up. Now I've got these two, well, in the middle. This tall one and this slightly less tall one, but it is just as tall. They need to be reduced a little bit in length. So this is the main tree. It is the thickest of the two main in the center. And if I move you up a little bit, you can see this is the main one. It's got a slightly bit of more height compared to this one. So if I move you out a little bit further back, you will be able to see. If I just move you to there. So give me a second. Hello. There you go. So you can actually see the height difference now. There's not really much in it. But again, for this one, first thing I'm going to do is I am going to go and take at least that section off there. This will be the new leader. Let's take it to here. Straight away, gives us the less height. I could even reduce it somewhat more for now. That will do, it will be necessary. Got a bud there, I'm just going to snip off. It's more than necessary for height wise. And then I've got this one, I can now come in and reduce as well. Before that, I would like to come off, take this section out here. This one, in terms of the leadership of this tree, I'm going to come back to here. And then I've got a board just there, I'm going to take to there. Just let me bring you back in so you can see. You can see exactly what I've just done there. So we've got this little bud on this one that'll grow. And then on this one, I've got a bud here. They will be my new leaders. And then around the tree, again, we just need to bring it back to the first set of buds. Okay, I feel that's enough on all of them trees. Everything's been brought back into a nice shape. Everything's nice and compact. Hope you feel the same. I have left this one with a long, strong section. I still want to put more growth into that, and then the way to do it is obviously keep these sections manageable with a good, strong leader at the top. This will help grow the section. All right, we have took a bit off, but if we keep it strong, it'll help pull the growth up the tree, keeping them ones more developed, giving more focal point in the forest. Obviously, this is more than this one. I want this one to continue to develop stronger than this one. I want this one to be second in command, if you think of it as leadership. And then this one slightly behind this one. I'm just going to reduce it slightly a bit more, give it the 3 different heights. once we pot them up, we will do that in sequence as well. You can see it's already got that little step down, and it's going to be on some sort of level, just like that. This one needs to be moved over to the other side, and then this side as well. So then it will give me a more conical shape, because this is stuck behind here basically. It needs to be on this side, and this can go on this side, and then the front one can just be moved over here. So this tree here can be moved over to this direction over here. So if I move in position, this tree, this one here, will be moved slightly over here. This tree, which is stuck behind the main leader, will be moved over into this direction, and then this one should be moved over there a little bit more, which will give something like that. Because this one you can't see, so it should be over there like that. And that will be what the forest will look like somewhat. Trimmed up in place. I hope you enjoyed this one. As I say, once you get this repotted and the trees in the right position, it should look really well when the spring comes and it flushes out in growth. We've done a nice little trim, nothing too major, just to get it in the right place, in the right positions, and everything should now start developing nicely. If you like this one, please do give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and tell friends about the channel. We'd like to grow this one, and that's the best way to do it. So thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day everyone.